The sun hung high over Riverton, painting the suburban streets gold as families strolled through the park and kids darted toward swings, their laughter echoing. It was a perfect Saturday, the kind where the world felt soft and unhurried. For Marcus Hayes, though, this day carried weight. He'd been saving for months, stashing every tip from his shifts at the local diner to buy a birthday gift for his little sister, Nia. He'd set his heart on a silver charm bracelet from Sterling Jewelers, Riverton's fanciest store, its display window a beacon he'd passed countless times, imagining Nia's eyes lighting up. Today, with his wallet heavy in his pocket, he was finally ready. As he approached the store, its glass front gleamed, reflecting the bustling sidewalk. Marcus paused, adjusting his unzipped hoodie to show the crisp t-shirt beneath. He knew how some folks reacted to a black teen in a hoodie, the way their eyes narrowed, assumptions locking into place. He shook it off. Not today. Just walk in, buy the bracelet, get out. Taking a deep breath, he pushed open the heavy glass door, a chime ringing softly. Inside, Sterling Jewelers was all polish and shine glass cases, velvet shelves, gold and silver glinting under harsh lights. The air smelled of rich cologne and waxed wood. Well-dressed women browsed, their diamonds flashing as they cooed over necklaces worth more than Marcus's entire savings. He ignored their glances, his eyes fixed on the bracelet, delicate silver with tiny charms, perfect for Nia. Behind the counter stood Evelyn Porter, a middle-aged white woman with a tight blonde bun and sharp eyes. Her face was blank at first, but when she spotted Marcus, her lips thinned, her hands gripping the counter. Her gaze turned cold, sizing him up like he'd wandered into the wrong place. Marcus felt it instantly, that silent question, "What are you doing here?" He'd faced that look before, the weight of suspicion clinging to him in stores, on streets, in places where people decided he didn't fit. But he wasn't here to shrink. He stepped to the counter, offering a polite smile. "I'd like to see that bracelet, please," he said, pointing to the display, his voice steady, just like his mom taught him. Evelyn didn't move. She folded her arms, tilting her head. "Are you sure?" Her tone dripped with doubt. "That's pretty expensive." Marcus's stomach nodded, but he kept his face calm, pulling out his wallet to show the cash he'd earned. "I'm sure. I have the money." Evelyn's eyes flicked to the bills, her mouth twitching like they offended her. Instead of softening, she stiffened, her fingers inching toward the phone on the counter. "And where'd you get all that?" she asked, her voice casual but cutting. "That's a lot of cash for someone your age. Did you borrow it?" "Find it somewhere." Marcus's jaw tightened. "Excuse me," he said, though he knew exactly what she meant. Evelyn raised an eyebrow. "I'm just saying, it's unusual. Did you really earn it?" Marcus forced a slow breath. "I work at Daisy's diner. I saved up." Evelyn let out a soft, disbelieving hum, tapping her nails. "You expect me to believe that?" Marcus's hands balled into fists, but he unclenched them. "Yes," he said flatly. Evelyn gave a dry chuckle, like he'd told a bad joke. "Well, I've been here long enough to know when something's off, kid." She finally moved to the case, sighing as if he were a burden. "Be careful with it," she snapped, setting the velvet tray down. "It's worth more than you probably make in a year." Marcus bit back a retort, reaching for the bracelet. Its cool silver felt right in his fingers, the charms dangling just as he'd pictured. But as he turned it, the metal slipped, clinking onto the glass counter and bouncing to the tile floor. His breath caught. Before he could grab it, Evelyn shrieked, "I knew it." Her voice sliced through the store, heads whipping toward them. "You were trying to steal it, weren't you? Thought you'd slip it in your pocket." Marcus froze. "What? No, Evelyn jabbed a finger at him. "I caught you red-handed." She lunged for the phone, dialing frantically. "Police now? We've got a thief, young black male, hoodie, tried to steal from us." The room went silent, heavy with judgment. Customers backed away, a woman clutching her purse, an older man shaking his head. Marcus felt their eyes boring into him, branding him guilty. Sirens wailed in the distance. His pulse hammered, every instinct screaming to run, to fight, but he stood still, knowing any move could escalate this. He'd heard the warnings on the news, from his mom. Be careful, stay calm, don't give them a reason. But living it was different, the air thick with accusation. Evelyn barked into the phone. "He's still here, denying it, but I caught him. He's getting aggressive. Marcus's fists clenched. Aggressive? He'd barely spoken. Customers shifted, their silence deafening, complicity woven into their averted gazes. I didn't steal anything, he said, voice low, eyes locked on Evelyn. You know that. She scoffed. Don't play innocent. You thought you could walk in here, act like you belong, and help yourself. I see you're kind all the time. You're kind. The words burned. He wanted to scream, but he knew it wouldn't matter, not to her, not to the room. The door burst open, 2 officers storming in. Sergeant Holt, tall and grizzled, badge gleaming, reached for his handcuffs. Hands where I can see them, he barked. Marcus's fingers twitched, but he stayed still. Officer Reed, younger, sharp-eyed, hesitated, his gaze flickering between Marcus and Evelyn. Holt's tone hardened. Now, I didn't do anything, Marcus said, voice steady. Evelyn pointed wildly. That's him. He tried to steal that bracelet. She gestured to the floor, her voice venomous. The nerve of you people. Marcus flinched, the phrase cutting deeper. Holt stepped closer, cuffs ready. Step outside, son. Marcus's mind raced headlines, handcuffs, a story ending in black teen arrested. He forced his voice to stay firm. Call my mom. Holt scoffed. You'll get your call at the station. No, Marcus said sharper. Call her now. Evelyn rolled her eyes. Oh sure, call mommy. What's she gonna do? Cry justice. She laughed, cold and hollow. Marcus ignored her, pulling out his phone with slow, deliberate movements. Mom, I need you at Sterling Jewelers. Now. Minutes dragged, the store thick with tension. Evelyn tapped her foot, Holt's grip on the cuffs loosening slightly, Reed checking his watch. Customers whispered, some filming. Then the door swung open, and a woman strode in tall, navy suit sharp, heels clicking with authority. Her badge flashed, her voice cutting through the silence. I'm Dr. Vanessa Hayes, Riverton Police Chief. This is my son. The room froze. Holt stiffened, his cuffs faltering. Reed exhaled, recalculating. Evelyn's smirk vanished, her face twisting with shock, then panic. She stammered, "WHWA." Vanessa's eyes locked on Holt, unyielding. Sergeant, explain why my son's surrounded, with you reaching for cuffs, without asking him a single question. Holt shifted, jaw tight. We got a call attempted theft. We responded. Vanessa's gaze sharpened. You mean you saw a black teen and decided he was guilty? Holt bristled. That's not, it looks like it. Vanessa cut in, voice like steel. Evelyn jumped in, voice shrill. He tried to steal from me. I caught him about to pocket that bracelet. Vanessa didn't glance at her, her eyes on Marcus, reading the anger and exhaustion in his silence. She turned to Holt. Did you check the security footage? Holt hesitated. We were about to. No, you weren't, Vanessa said, deadly calm. You were about to arrest him without evidence, without doing your job. Reed spoke up, cautious. We should check the footage. Holt shot him a look, but couldn't argue, not with Vanessa there. The manager, silent until now, scrambled to the back, pulling up the video. It played on a small screen. Marcus entering, showing cash, dropping the bracelet by accident. No theft, no crime, just a kid buying a gift. Silence smothered the room. Reed sighed. Holt's jaw ticked, and Evelyn looked like she'd been slapped, her story collapsing. Vanessa's voice was soft but lethal. So, Sergeant, what now? Still want to arrest my son? Holt said nothing, his authority crumbling. Vanessa turned to Evelyn, her gaze ablade. Mrs. Porter, you accused a boy who came to buy a gift for his sister, who saved his own money, because you decided he didn't belong. I hope that footage backs your story, because if it doesn't, you'll answer for every word. Evelyn's lips trembled, her bravado gone. 2. She faltered, defenseless. Holt cleared his throat. We're done here, ma'am. Vanessa raised an eyebrow. No apology? Holt stayed silent. Vanessa nodded, turning to Marcus. Come on, baby. Marcus lingered, staring at Evelyn, then Holt, the weight of it all pressing down. All I wanted was to buy a bracelet, he said, voice firm. Guess I got something more. He walked out, head high, Evelyn frozen behind him. Outside, the air was crisp, but Marcus's chest stayed tight. Vanessa walked beside him, her fury a quiet hum. At her car, she turned, her face softening. You okay? Marcus glanced back at the store, where Evelyn stood pale, Holt and Reed retreating. Customers avoided their eyes, the manager shrinking. I don't know, he said, dragging a hand down his face. I should feel like I won, but I'm just tired. Vanessa studied him, exhaling. You shouldn't have had to prove anything. Her words hit hard, his throat tightening. They stood in silence, the weight of it heavy. Then Evelyn stepped outside, clutching her purse, looking smaller, defeated. She hesitated, opened her mouth, then closed it, shaking her head. No apology, just wounded pride. She walked away, steps quick, fleeing her consequences. Marcus gave a bitter laugh. Figures. Vanessa scoffed. Cowards never say sorry. Holt and Reed exited, Reed glancing at them briefly, ashamed. Holt nodded stiffly at Vanessa and stalked to his car. Marcus exhaled. That's it. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. For now. He turned to the store, where customers browsed again, as if nothing happened, as if he hadn't been accused moments ago. I just wanted to buy a bracelet, he muttered. Vanessa squeezed his shoulder. I know. In the car, silence settled, the engine's hum filling the space. Marcus leaned back, exhaustion seeping in. Vanessa gripped the wheel, nails digging in, then spoke, voice soft. You sure you're okay? Marcus stared at the dashboard. I'm angry, tired, and it feels pointless. Tomorrow, it'll be someone else, and no one's gonna care. Vanessa's hands tightened, then relaxed. It's a cycle, but today, you didn't break. You fought. Marcus gave a hollow laugh. Did I? I stood there while she tore into me, and everyone watched. Even when she was wrong, she didn't apologize. How do you fight that? Vanessa paused, voice steady. By refusing to let them define you. By knowing who you are, no matter what they see. Silence fell again, heavier but calmer. Vanessa pulled out her phone, scrolling. Marcus frowned. Who are you calling? She didn't answer, dialing. Laura, I need a press release now. Sterling Jewelers incident. Investigate the dispatch call, review Sergeant Holt's conduct, and issue a statement on racial profiling. Make sure the media knows what happened, and include Evelyn Porter's name. Marcus's eyes widened. You're going after them? Vanessa smirked. You think I'd let this slide? Relief flickered in Marcus's chest. This wasn't the usual story accusation, silence, repeat. This was a fight that wouldn't fade. Good, he said, tension easing. Vanessa returned to her call. Laura, if Evelyn thought she'd walk away clean, she's wrong. 3 days later, Sterling Jewelers was everywhere. News ran segments, social media erupted, and the store's online reviews tanked. Evelyn was on leave, likely fired. Holt faced an internal probe after body cam footage showed his rush to detain Marcus. The store issued a statement condemning profiling, but the damage was done. Marcus scrolled the articles, feeling numb. He should have been triumphant, but he kept thinking, what if Mom wasn't police chief? What if there were no cameras? His thoughts broke as Nia bounded in, squealing. Marcus, look. She waved her wrist, the silver charm bracelet glinting, charms dancing. Vanessa had bought it, ensuring Nia's birthday wasn't tainted. Marcus's chest tightened. You like it? Nia grinned. It's perfect, but I thought you were getting it. He forced a smile. I picked it out. That's what matters, right? Nia hugged him, darting off to show Vanessa. Marcus exhaled, watching her joy. It wasn't a perfect and the fight never ended, but Nia's smile was enough for now. If prejudice came for you, would you stand tall or let it win?